Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris coming at you from the channel I Am Toys, coming at you with another review this weekend, second review of the holiday weekend. And this is a Beto Matali 1/6 horror piece. It's done by him and Lupita, or Lou Santos. She does the tailoring, and Beto Matali is essentially responsible for the casting, paint, the sculpting of all the accessories, the head and the body and all that customization that goes, of course, into it. And as always, make sure you hit the 4K option in your settings if it's available. And of course, like and subscribe, man. We like when we bring over conversions and new people. So yeah, this figure, man, is obviously there's a, well, I don't want to say obviously because many people probably don't know, but there's a previous version that was released many years ago. And there's definitely an opinion out there shared by many that you really shouldn't do repeats and kind of devalues previous sets, but there are upgrades that come out of sets. They have been done in the past, and Beto Matali would not be the first to do it. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, when you're an artist and if you have an opportunity to actually make something new, you may push forward with those kinds of endeavors. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, after all, this is a business. There are artists that will not do repeats. K-Jun is one of them. But there are other artists that will do, maybe a second run here and there, and try to make it a little bit more unique than the previous version, which I think is what Beto did with this. There are definite differences, and I'll get into all of that. But overall, I think it is an upgrade, from the previous set. There are some different opinions between the OG and this one. But we'll talk about that as kind of detailed as we can, and you know what I mean. And you guys can comment and give me your opinions, and ask questions if you guys have any. Yeah, and so on and so forth, man. So let's get into it. So here we are from the outside, panning this guy, and we're gonna come on in and show you the feet. And yeah, look at those feet. So the base is Jason Lives Friday the 13th Part 6 base. You don't normally get bases from Beto included in the figures, at times. But every once in a while he'll put a standard kind of base in there. And he does more extravagant, kind of almost like Dio bases too, which he does for certain sets. You get the arm stump from one of the paintball guys. When he goes in, he chops off his arm. He's holding the machete, and then he basically takes all his stuff, and that's where you get where he gets the the utility belt and everything from and whatnot. And then you get these hands over here, which technically are the hands that should go with, like, if you had the coffin, you wanted to do that look, and the sculpt for that look is actually under this mask, which I'll show you in a little while. I'll definitely take off the mask I have on there. And some of you are probably already like, wait a minute, why do you have that other mask on there? And we'll go through that as well. So this one, right off the bat, the shoes I can't really remember. I know they're accurate from the first version, but I don't remember if there's more weathering on them per se. I don't think there are. I think they were already about the same. They're about standard when compared to what I remember of the original version. The pants are definitely weathered up a lot more. You can see those details coming in through here, and then the utility belt also is a little bit more weathered. You can probably see that too. There's more weathering and kind of dirt grime on there. And the utility belt that he uses is generally the same. I think the hands are pretty much the same, but the paint applications maybe are a little bit better this time around. You actually do get the paintball shot on the chest here. And then I think the gunshot holes were correct on the first one, and but there is a lot more weathering, as you can see on the shirt itself. And then some people were saying, I don't know, they feel like the body or something, or the outfit was more accurate to the previous. But when you see this in hand on video, man, like even the pictures, even I have trouble in some of the pictures trying to get this thing to look how it looks, kind of like right now in the video, you know what I mean? Because with cameras and with a lens, it sometimes skews the body perceptions a little bit, and then in video it comes out maybe a little bit more accurate. But this thing definitely carries through CJ Graham's stature, man. So if there was any doubt that the previous version was somehow a little bit better because it was more screen accurate to the movie, or the tailoring was, nah, man. This is pretty spot on to CJ's body. It's a step up, honestly, from the original body, because this one, the other one was very form-fitted to the body, very tight, which in the movie, if you watch the film and you're really paying attention to his outfit, it's not very tight, and it shouldn't be. It should have a little bit of bulk, and it should basically look like this, you know what I mean? I mean, nothing's gonna be 100% perfect, but this is much better than the previous version. And again, like in my opinion, like I've said before, I think this is an upgrade just all around. I feel like the figure even itself is like a little bit bigger just in general. I mean, it's been a while since I had the original, but I could be wrong. I feel like the masks are even a little bit bigger, the head sculpt, like it might just be me though, but man, one of the first things that I noticed about this out of the box, incredible upgrade on the paint applications of the mask. I mean, just look at that. We're gonna have a moment of silence. Yes. So just, man, knock the paint applications out of the park on this, man. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Big time upgrade from the previous set. Just really, really, really fucking good, man. And as you get some overhead shots of this guy too, just, man, like I said, upgrade all around. And then as we go back down here, just because I want you guys to see, this as well, also awesome paint application. Just step up in every way, man. And don't worry, I will change the mask out so you can see it as well. And then you also get the stump, not the stump, part of the stump of the tree when he smears blood after killing the dude in the paintball gear, and then jacks him for his shit. And then you get the tombstone just like you got with the previous set, if you got the advanced package or whatever. And this one, this is nice. This is an addition, I believe. I don't think he ever did this before. So that's a nice little tidbit that he threw in. And then obviously you get the fence post, which I think is generally the same from the previous one. It's resin, it's not real metal, but the machete is actually real metal. The darts, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming they're probably. But I'm assuming they're, yeah, probably resin. So, and again, just backing out and letting you see this guy, man. Just look at that, dude. Just the stature really screams, CJ Graham to me. I think it's a definite step up all the way around. So I'm going to display the other mask for you guys real quick and let you see what that looks like and that dynamic, and so you get the whole kind of picture, you know what I mean? And we're just going to let it pan up. Ooh, man. Does that look sexy or what, man? So that's the regular mask. And as you can see, man, shit looks fire. Damn, man. And again, I don't know what some people's perception is of what they mean by it doesn't look as accurate as the previous, man. It definitely does. Trust me, there ain't nothing wrong with the OG version. 100% nothing wrong with it. But this is also, it's again a step up in every way. I mean, dude, just the stitching on the shirt. The buttons are smaller, better quality of buttons. You've got better stitching. It doesn't stand out. The color matches more with the shirt. And just everything all around, man. The pocket formations, and again, just the weathering on the entire figure, without a doubt, dude, just steps it up as an upgrade when compared to the previous version. The stitching was one of the first things that jumped out to me. I was like, it actually matches the shirt a little bit better, and it doesn't stand out as much. It just looks more natural. And again, it's more weathered. Just look at that shit, man. Like, if that's not CJ Graham, dude, I don't know what is. But damn, man, just sick. And I love this look. But I don't know what it is about the final act mask that I like there, but I love that mask on this even more than this one. Don't ask me why. I just do. I don't know, maybe because it's battle damaged. That might be why. That's what I'm thinking, because it just gives it a little bit more depth and kind of dynamic to it, even though it's not accurate to the movie. I mean, even this scene's not really accurate because he didn't have the utility belt on. When he had the fence post, I think that like after the car kill with that dude and his wife, He didn't have the fence post anymore after that, so technically it's not accurate, but how can you have this figure and not want to utilize all the accessories, man? How can you not? And then this is the other head that you get, coffin head. So if you have a coffin or you want to recreate that look, I think Beto's going to actually do a secondary body. So for people who have the coffin, can kind of set that up, and then you have a body with you know, clothes and everything else basically from this set that you can attach, which you'll be able to use with these hands, which are now covered by the mask. But let me go up a little bit and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, those hands that I was talking about right there. But man, this shit is just fire, man. And yeah, just fucking look at that shit. Look at that shit. Man, I've watched this movie probably 8 times in the last 2 weeks. That's how much I love this figure, man. Oh man, it's fucking, man, I just don't understand how anyone, I mean, well, I understand from the pictures maybe. Maybe after this video, people are gonna be like, okay, that's fucking CJ Graham, man. This is definitely an upgrade from the previous version, especially for people who had it, now that you can kind of see it in video. And I think which gives it a better aspect ratio. You know, definitely I think people will now see it's like, yeah, that's step up from the OG, man. And trust me, the OG's great. If I still had it, man, I'd keep it. But I had to sell it at the time, man. I just needed to. My boy Bobby has it now. But this is just sick, man. Just fucking badass. So I'm gonna put that other mask off so you guys can see him unmasked. And then I'm gonna put the other mask back on because that's my money mask. That's the look I'm going for. It's painted so well. Man, just loving it. And as you guys can see here, the paint application on this mask is straight up top notch as well, man. Such a jump from the previous version. Such a jump. So let me show you the mask off. All right, here he is without the mask on, and damn, what a dynamic. And again, you know, in the scene where he actually has, you know, this mask, or this look rather, the mask off. Again, he doesn't have the belt on, but man, you just can't have this figure and not work all the accessories, man. You just have to. But incredible sculpt, man. I even feel like this sculpt is a step up from the previous, man. Like everything feels a little bit bigger. I don't know why, like just by millimeters, which would make sense because if you're trying to go with a CJ Graham stature, you know, you're gonna want to step that up a little bit, right? But man, just a sick sculpt. Great paint application from Beto as usual. And again, even with the mask off, man, you really capture the CJ Graham body, man. A big neck, just yeah, man. So that's that. And then I'm gonna throw the other mask back on just because that's the look I'm going for. And now that you guys have seen it with and without, maybe that gives you guys another dynamic as well, too, you know, to kind of see why I like it so much. So again, I'm going to show you these last shots, and as we go up, just look at that, man. Look at that shit. Oh my God, man. It's just, I don't know what it is. And again, it's not accurate to the movie, or at least this scene at all. But damn, dude, it just looks so good, man. It really does. Again, it just gives more of a dynamic to it. Like, I don't know. Again, it's like, always like battle damage stuff. You know, usually if there's a variant between clean and battle damage, I usually try to get both or the battle damage version instead. That's because it brings a little bit more depth to it and a little bit more character, you know what I mean? Just looks really, really good, man. And the paint application, like I said, on both of these masks, just, wow. Step up in every way possible, man. And again, I hope this video squashes any doubt that this body is not accurate to CJ Graham, because it definitely is. Definitely is, man. Trust me. I've watched this movie 8 times in the last 2 weeks, and I've been doing nothing but kind of, and you guys who know me know I keep the figure out while I'm watching the movie, so you know that I'm going to be doing comparisons. And again, I think it really kills it, man. It really does. Just so fucking badass, man. Man, those angle shots just look so good. So good. But that's about it, guys. I hope you guys like the review. Get a nice little look at everything, all the accessories that come with this guy. Another shot of the zombie head, or the coffin head rather. Just, man, one last look at these accessories. Love it that he added a piece of the tree. You know, the regular mask here. Again, painted very, very well, man. Painted very, very well. And this figure, man, so glad to have it back in the collection, man, because that was one of those figures, dude, that you saw in the hobby, you regret it, and you need to get it back. So glad I had the opportunity, because when he originally was making another run, they were all sold out. And I was lucky enough to be able to jump on because he was making a few more. Just, yeah, man. Super excited, super grateful, you know, the whole nine. Another fig you knocked out of the park, Mr. Beto. All right, folks, that's about it. So next video, you know, look out for some stuff from Macabre. Look out for, you know, a couple other things, some surprises at some point, you know. But yeah, and you know, as always, man, comment. Let me know what you guys think of the of this figure, and if you've seen the original version, which I think I have a video up still, I believe. You guys can actually do kind of a cross-reference of what you think is new and improved, or what you like between the other. And again, nothing wrong with the OG, man. If I had the OG version, I wouldn't sell it. I would still keep it. Bobby did the same thing, the guy that I sold it to. Kept both. All right, folks. Deuces.